I have your client here, Mr. Wyckoff, with me. We sent him for another drug test today. He tested positive for cocaine and THC. How can I let him go when he's testing positive for cocaine? Your last test here tested positive for only THC. And now you're testing positive for cocaine. I don't want you to say anything. But everybody using? I don't want you to use alcohol or illegal drugs. And you just tested positive again for cocaine. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It goes with you. Joseph, he'll pop up on tomorrow's docket, and I guess I'll reach out to you then, and we'll see how we go forward. All right. Thanks, Joseph. Tell me about your guy.
So I spoke with him. We've been trying to work things out.
Get it?
He's on my family barbecue and
Have you filled out the application?
yeah, he did. We went ahead and got it down. And I spoke he is able to work something out. He said he'll follow up with it down the road. So he understands.
Come up. Come up. Yes? Are you married?
You know your
Do you live with anyone? Okay. How much money does your girlfriend make a month? Do you need to? This is all the stuff that you've left a lot of stuff blank. You need to fill this out. I'll grant your motion, okay? But you're not done with this. You need to fill this out correctly. You've not filled it out. So I'll give it back to you to fill out.
So you know how much it's close to $1,500 a month.
I'll give it back to you to fill out, but we need you to, complete it. Okay? I'll grant your motion.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Was restitution paid?
We're not getting restitution.
No.
He's getting contacted with the complainant to exchange.
Because here it says on 12/2, $250 restitution was due before the time served was offered.
Talk to Morgan about he's correct. The last time somebody's in contact was 2 so we haven't been able to reach out. Yeah, we haven't been able to get in contact.
Have you attempted to reach out to the complaining witness?
You can reach out if you want us to.
You haven't reached out?
The last one we have is 2022, Your Honor. No.
I mean, we reset this from 12/2 to 12/9 to 12/16 3 different times, and not once has complaining witness ever been attempted to be reached. Am I getting that right, Alex?
That's correct, Your Honor. This is 2022.
2022 by Mr. Moore. In defense advice, last time we approached regarding this case, we said that restitution, to free, but just after we got rid of can't reach the key.
No, it's not fair.
No.
I mean,
Any attempts to get a hold of him again and just think like what? Will I do it in court?
they have before. That's always been the.
I understand. The guy having complained has not attempted to follow up and contact him and ask about
They've never even reached out. since the last 3 settings. I mean, I guess Alex reach out to see if that's still correct, but I'm going to tell you now, it's not fair that there's an accident, there's restitution, they should be made whole, and that's it. It can always be done through probation as well, but I mean, yeah. Can you give me 2 minutes? Come up, sir. Okay. It is what it is, but Mr. Romero, I want you to understand something that Harris County, we have so many people here, and we have so many accidents. It's ridiculous. We have car insurance for a reason. When you're driving, to maintain and follow the law. One of those is maintain liability car insurance, because when you don't and you get into an accident, there are very, very big consequences. Let's say, for example, somehow someone goes out, gets into an accident, kills someone. Who do you think they're going to come after? Right. And they will get judgment, and then who knows what they can attach, who knows how much they can sue you for. When that happens, you'll never recover. That's why $40 a month, get insurance that protects you in the event. They can also give you a lawyer to help you in types of cases when there's something that happens. But God forbid something catastrophic really happens and ruins your life because of it. I routinely get emails where people come to me and say, hey, how do I get help here? I've gotten into an accident, they're suing me $1,000, and I now have to go hire a lawyer, and I don't have any money to go hire a lawyer. What do I do? This is real life. This is what you do. Now, in this case here, there is a deductible of how much? Part of the agreement. So that's something that was part of the agreement when they initially did this. So you're working, right?
Oh, not completely, sir.
Why not?
It's because winter came, we got laid off. So all I'll be doing, I'll be going to Home Depot, and sometimes I get hired, sometimes I don't,
Do you have an ID?
No.
You ever tried to go get an ID?
I'm not from here. Yeah, I got laid off because of the winter. And all I've been going to Home Depot. Sometimes I get hired, sometimes I don't. That's the only way, what I'm saying, I'm able to, in a sort of way, paying bills.
You have children.
Yes, sir.
How are you supporting your children?
With the same way. Going by Home Depot, sending them money to them because I'm not with them.
There are other ways. Find a trade. I'm sure that you have friends there, carpenters, brick masons, something other where you can learn a trade, be good at it,
Sir.
Make a name for yourself. You can really make some money. Hanging out at Home Depot, waiting for someone that's not blind.
I hear you, sir. I hear you. But like you say, I've been going to companies here. Trust me, I've been going everywhere. My last resource, my last option is to go right there because, that's the only way that I can find something at the moment while I'm waiting for something to happen.
So they like to see what documentation the client can come with. To believe that if that is something that they're truly going to want as a condition of anything, we have to put it on the evaluation.
I mean, it's
Does file.
Are you okay with bypassing it? Are you okay with bypassing the deductible and just going forward with it? The problem is, Mr. Ramirez, how is it fair? Why? You know, it's
Not fair, sir. You know, sir. I mean, I'm willing to like pay for my crime, pay.
that's not what it's about. I get it. The problem is now all you're doing is you're making your life more difficult in the process. You know,
Sir.
the more convictions you get, the harder it becomes to get a job. And the harder it becomes to get a job, all you're doing is you're continually shooting yourself in the foot over, and over. This life could be either a great journey, it could be an awful journey. And the more convictions you get,
The harder it is.
think before you act. Think before you speak. It's not hard. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You need to realize it. Don't get into a car if you don't have insurance. If you don't have a license, don't get into a car. I will have jurisdiction over you for the next 5 years. Do you understand?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Stay. You okay with going forward?
Yes, however, we would be fine with the time to run that history after.
And then as far as the weapon is forfeited, right? The weapon will be forfeited. You're not going to get this weapon back. Do you understand?
Sir.
Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. This is going to go on your record, like I said, and it's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up. You understand? This can also have immigration consequences as well. If you're not a citizen, you're deported from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. If you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail, it's only a matter of time before ICE gets a hold of you and you'll be stuck like Chuck in there. Do you understand? You better live with a freaking hammer because you have a lot to lose. You're giving up the right to appeal, so once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. You cannot change this. You understand?
Sir.
How do you plead to the officer? Failure to stop me with information. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, sentence you to the 3 days in jail, credit for the time that you've done, is it 2 days? 9 days in jail, credit for the 3 days that you've done. Good luck to you. And thank you.
So, Mr. Curry, Robert,
Mr. Curry? Good morning. Mr. Curry, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're also charged with criminal trespass. Is that it? The agreement looks like you've worked out is they're going to dismiss the criminal trespass in exchange for your plea on the theft. It's 35 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. Is this how you understand it, Mr. Curry? Is this how you understand it? It's not time served. You still have a little bit more time to do.
Yes.
I have 35 cents of 2.
He has 35 days
I don't know.
credit for the theft.
We're pleading to the theft, right?
Playing on the theft.
So it's like traditional officer setting where it's where I mean time served or something if you go with a file incorrect. It's 35. Yeah.
She wanted. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna have to redo it. Alright, so we're back, Mr. Curry. So the agreement that you have worked out is 3 days in jail on the theft, where you're facing up to 6 months and or a $2,000 fine. Credit for the, you said, yeah, sorry, it's 2 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. Mr. Curry, you need to understand, at some point they're going to hit you with a felony if you continue to pick up these cases. Do you understand? Then you're facing years instead of days. part of the agreement, they're going to dismiss the criminal trespass. You're giving up the right to a trial, or compel witnesses to testify on your behalf. Confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot take this away. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How to plead to the offense, sir?
Yes.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to it. Good luck, sir. Thanks, you. Good morning, Ms. Torres. Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a deferred adjudication. This is a great deal. You know, if you can complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, which is really important, you know. But you need to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. And if you complete it successfully, like I said, you don't end up with a conviction. But if you do something to violate this agreement, we issue a warrant for your arrest. We put you in custody, bring you back out, determine if you violated it. If you did, you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? To complete it successfully, you must do a thinking for a change. You must also do an anger management class. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. No threatening, harassing, or abusive contact with Derek Michael Waters and Miss Mendoza. Do you understand? Like I said, if you violate this, we issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you're looking at a lot of time in jail. I'll make you a deal. If you do well, you get all your classes done. If you're nice to everybody, then perhaps take you off in half the time. Be done in 6 months. Get everything done quick, and most of all, nice. Looking for a change this one. So I guess just do the smaller one. Yeah. It's a big deal because there's the long thing for the change, which is 4 months, and then there's the smaller one. So we're not asking much. Also understand there's no weapons, and you cannot consume alcohol or illegal drugs as well. How old are you?
How old are you, Judge?
How old are you?
How old are you?
19.
Did you graduate from high school? You graduate from high school? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So what are you going to do with yourself? What are you
Ma'am,
going to do with yourself? You're 19. You didn't graduate from high school. Where are you going?
I'm trying to go for it. I've been breaking right now. I'm in a motion of getting my GED.
I'd like to make that a condition as well. Please. Guys, if you're okay with that. That's probably one of the most important things here. You cannot go through life without having your GED. You will make pennies to when anybody else is making $1. It's a proven fact. You have to have at least a high school education. You have to know something in this life. Knowledge is power. Don't rely on a man. That man may never be there in the future for you. And if you don't have a skill, if you don't have a trade, if you don't have a career, you're penniless. And life sucks without money. You understand? So what I'm going to do is, within 3 weeks, we want to see that you signed up for a GED class. So I'd like to keep it here, or I'd like to keep it close so that we seriously monitor. I'm going to monitor you myself because I want to make sure that you're at least getting your GED. That's extremely important. Do you understand this, Torres? I will waive all your costs for everything that I can. It's never about money. It's about you doing what you say you're going to do, staying out of trouble. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, front and cross-examine your accuser. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, deny naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, once you are in with us, you're signing a contract with us. And I'm going to tell you now, I will hold you to this until you get your GED. If you start playing with us, you start toying with us, we'll amend it, put you in, take you back out, till you take a search. No dope, no alcohol. Get your GED. Give me a question. If you ever have a question, if you ever have an issue, all you have to do is tell us. In here, you have to be able to talk with us, tell us what's going on, if there's ever a problem. If you just take off and you blow us off, I'm going to issue warrant for your arrest. You will end up going to jail. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to hold you to this until, at a minimum, you get your GED. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Sorry?
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Get it done. Make us proud. Good luck. Thank you.
Joe and Your Honor,
You don't have to say anything else. If it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. I mean, Ms. Rochelle, you're old enough to understand that actions have consequences, and then when you do this is a lifetime action, You cannot come back in this future and say, you know what, I changed my mind. I've got buyer's remorse. I want to return it like I want to go to Target. Once you plead guilty, that goes on your record. And there are consequences. You get pulled over, an officer's going to see this. You have the smell of alcohol, you got the smell of dope. What's going to happen? You have to be conscious. What you're doing today, proverbial slap on the wrist, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine the accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge rights in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeals. That's what I'm saying. If you plead guilty, there's no turning back. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Like I'm telling you, this can be used to enhance punishment in the future. From now on, you will be looking at a second DWI going up. And from now on, it's up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine, not to mention a minimum of 30 days. Do you understand? All right. How did you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, and I'm going to sentence you to the 2 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days, ma'am. Do not drive until you get a license. Now, the other thing that you need to understand is DWI is extremely big business in the state of Texas. And when you pick up a DWI, there are surcharges in the amount of around $3,000. If you have a .15 or above, $4,500 that you owe, and if you don't pay it, you don't get a license until you do. You understand? On a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention court costs. So you pick up a second DWI, you can be looking at around $7,000 in fines and fees with the law. So, what I'm trying to tell you is one button on the phone, one button, wherever you want to go, they'll take you wherever. You understand? Where do we go from here? As far as surcharges and
Michelle's probably not working. She just went to phone from her phone. Probably actually, or we mean by talk, it's all back home. So we have sessions.
are you working?
No, we're not able, so we're not able to work. Why? People, yeah. Got the letter.
See your folks around? Go back. Go back. Nothing wrong. When I graduated from college, law school. I was what, 30s? I went back to my folks. I lived with my folks until I saved money, ton of money, and I was to be able to get something. There's nothing wrong with it. Go back, get on your feet, be the best person you can. That's what it's about. You know, there's nothing wrong with going to live at your house. Really. I did it, and we all do it, you know? All right, I'll waive your surcharges. I'll waive your court costs. You're not going to go anything when you roll out here. The only thing that we ask of you is to think before you act. Think before you speak. Because God forbid you make some kind of mistake that's so catastrophic that you can't go back along with that. All right? Good luck. How are you? What's new?
Not much. I'm just trying to get through this week because I'm going on a trip next week.
Hey, so where are you going?
We're going to France, Iceland, and Denmark.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Wow, are you going 2 weeks or what?
Yeah, it's like a 10-day trip. So
great.
my mom got on this kick where she was like, I've never traveled and I could die. And I'm like, you're not going to, you know.
Have you considered or looked into like tour guides or anything?
Yeah, so we have a 2-day tour book in Iceland.
No. Oh, so you gotta look at Rick Steves. Do you know who that is? Okay. Rick Steves is a guy that's got a show on PBS. And it's so great because this guy has a travel book and he tells you if you have a certain number of days and you're going to a certain number of locations, he'll tell you what to do,
I love that.
where to go. He'll tell you how to get tickets in advance.
Definitely
so that
need to look into that. You should travel.
Okay. Here's the better thing. I'll give you an example. When I went to Rome with my wife on our honeymoon, he has a guidebook, and he also has on iTunes podcasts and virtual tour guides that you download to your phone. So when you go to like the Sistine Chapel, you walk in and you turn it on and you go, okay, he'll go, okay, walk 5 paces, look up, and this is a fresco that was painted by Michelangelo in this date, and this was thinking at the time.
Going through like their little
thing. It's so great. I'll give you another example. Like when you go in Venice, they have the Grand Canal, where you get on one Vaporetto, you go through the entire thing. Like you turn on one of the virtual tours and he'll go, okay, so as soon as you get on the boat and the boat starts moving, in 2 minutes, press play. So you press play, all right, the boat's moving, look to your right. There's the Guggenheim Museum. This is what was done there. So look into Rick Steves. He's got it for all over the world. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna download that.
When we go anywhere, which is not like, right?
Yeah.
We take movies everywhere. It's like a vibe.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to know.
Take a look.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the recommendation.
When you go, and when you know what you're looking at, it's just so much more memorable.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know?
I like to know because usually I've hit list everything and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see this. And my parents are like, cool, it's another building.
When I did it, it was free. I don't know if it is now.
For sure, it's not cheap.
No, it's anyway, who are you here on?
Terrence Berger.
Okay. Okay. Getting up there.
We have a motion picture audio cue on it for last payment. He has here today though.
Come up, Terrence. It's kind of old though, man. You know? Nothing worse than when your lawyer is upset. You know? Do you work? What do you do for a living? So you don't work free, do you? You don't work free, do you? So I don't want you, it's a rhetorical question. The thing is that your case is old, and it's now where it's either put up or shut up and we're ready to go to trial, you know? Your case is 140 days. In 40 days, this is when we set the case for trial. It's time to figure out what we're going to do. You know, I'd like you to get together with them to see what you can do to try to mend the relationship, but it's old and it's time to figure out what to do. You know? Can you try to see if there's something salvage you can
He's
mend?
communicated with our office. There's still a large chunk that he owes. I mean, he can't guarantee us when he'll ever be able to get it to us. So that's just where we're at this point.
So, can I talk to you? Okay, I did discuss with the representative in charge of the payment, but she
Our office manager.
had the honestly, I was supposed to pay before the end of December, but I did check. I do have some things going on, so I would not be able to consider.
But you still work full time. Do you earn a salary?
Yeah, I did check it did affect my paychecks, for like quite a month. So I'll get paid for 2 weeks. I didn't go driving, so if I don't drive,
Salaried employee?
I get paid per hour. I can't get a salary. Salary is someone.
And what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm not a driver.
Medical driver. Okay. How much money do you make an hour?
I was 50.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not like there's something I did sick, so I've been working for some time. I was in pain, I couldn't even walk. I went to the ER.
so when is the last time you worked?
I did get back on my feet and
So you're telling me you haven't worked at all? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yes, they recovered for like quite a week and did affect my paycheck, so I haven't been able to make the payments I was making. But I did make the payments like yesterday. I didn't make the payments, so I need more time in order to make more payments, to
And
get the retention.
we're at the stage where it's time to set your case for trial or end it somehow. We're not at the stage where we're going to push your case another 6 months. No. It's time to work these things out. So there's no way to.
I mean, that's up to your discretion. I can let the office know if you don't want to sign our motion, and then we'll continue to work on the case.
If I only need more time, I would get up to the point that I will be able to consider it. But
How much time are you talking? Say it again.
if I can have a month or 2 months or more
Okay.
payments,
So let me see. I'll have you fill out an application, but I don't know if you're going to qualify for an appointed lawyer. You need a lawyer to represent you, and I'm going to tell you now. Even if I let them withdraw, whoever you hire, you're going to be in an extremely fast track getting ready for trial because your case is 140 days, and like I told you, at 180 we set that for trial. I need to know everything about you. How much money you make an hour. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, what kind of cars you drive, everything about you to see whether you qualify. If you don't qualify, you're going to have to go hire someone else. And then you're going to spend a bunch of money else.
so let me ask you a question. How long can I have for you to be back on track with the payments?
I don't know. That's something that you need to negotiate with them, see what they're willing to take. But I'm going to tell you now, if you don't qualify for a lawyer, all the money that's been already spent,
But she is on a PTI track, and at this point, he's also going to have to spend the money on the fees and
Yes,
stuff for
even for-
PTI.
well, I take this seriously. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You truly have to qualify because when we give out court-appointed lawyers, I pay for it, they pay for it, they pay for it, we all pay for it. And I take it seriously, and it's not fair to just hand them out. You have to qualify. I'm following the law. So if you want, how do I pronounce your last name?
Okay.
Okay. If you'd like, you can have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify. But if you don't, like I said, it is what it is.
May I have at least a month to be able to get the balance, please?
Of course.
A month?
No. Oh, no. No, we're not going to sit this where you can come back in a month, nothing's happened. I'm not going to play this game. We need to decide today what's going to happen. Because in a month, now we're at 190. So let's do this. If you want, I can give you an application to fill out. I can wait to see whether I'm going to grant or deny your motion. In the interim, if you want to try to negotiate something, I don't know. But like I said, I take giving court-appointed lawyers seriously. I don't hand them out like candy because the public pays for it, and it's not fair for them to pay for something when you can afford it. You just don't want to. I don't know how much money you have in the bank. I've never met you, sir. I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know if you drive a Shelby Cobra. So let's do that. I'll have you fill out an application. If you want to try to talk to them to mend the relationship, that can work. If not, I'll wait to get your application and we'll go from there.
I want to, I want to try to I want to try to have a deal with them, please.
With what?
I'm trying to see what kind of deal I can have with them for time.
So you can go call the office again. They've already told you that.
You have to understand that relationships are built on trust, right? And if you're not forthcoming with side, you put them off and you put them off and you say you're going to do this and you say you're going to do that and then you go back on your word repeatedly, it goes a long way, you know? So I'll have you step back and tell me what you want to do. I'll give you a couple minutes. I don't want you to make a decision here. Take a step back. You guys, just let me know what you want to do. All right. Okay, so here's the deal. You're basically in the home stretch of this thing anyways, entering the diversion program. Elena's going to get the contract. She's going to need to go over it with you. You will need to do 2 more remaining things. You will need to get the interlock. You will have to pay the district attorney fee. Once you do that, you will be in the program. So it's at 140 days now. I guess we can do 30 days for you to get it done. You're really going to be on all of January? Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's yeah. How soon will it take you to pay there's a $300 fee and you have to get the interlock. How long do you think it'll take you to do that?
You said 200?
Uh-huh.
I can see
Once you pay that, get proof. Do you have the interlock in your car now? You need to do both of those things in terms of the program. The sooner you do it, the better, because she's leaving all of January, I guess. Can you run it? What are you saying? So,
Your Honor, I have an email saying that he was approved for a portable due to him operating a work company vehicle. So I believe portable is what has been offered by Brenda, is what she said.
got it. Okay, so let's do this. Do you think you can pay the DA fee and get the interlock done within the next 2 weeks?
next 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm sure about the fee, but the lock, I don't know how much to pay for.
So Elena can get with you to let you know how to do that. All of that is in the contract.
In the contract.
Right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we set it, I guess maybe like, you do that? Okay, so we'll set you off to the 30th. Okay, you're going to need to get together with Miss Elena quick so that you guys can be on the same page. The most difficult thing will be for you to get the interlock, but you need to make the appointment as soon as possible because they're really busy. Don't wait till the day before court. Call today, tomorrow, or the next day to make the appointment. When you get that, pay also the DA fee, and then you're in the program. Okay? The idea is to do that before she goes because she's going to be gone for a long time, and it makes no sense for you to wait all that time when you can be working toward the goal. Okay? All right. Good luck. Thank you.
We're taking a fee.
You ready or no?
I'm going to ask you.
Has he signed everything? I'm ready when you are. Come up, Miss Earl. What are we doing on Mr. Earl?
Sir, 3-4.
Mr. Earl, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 1 day in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. This is now a conviction on your record that's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you know that last week we had someone come in here with the same type of case, and their car had been seized and taken? It was a, what was it, like a, I think it was like a $70,000 car, $80,000 car that they had taken, seized, gone. You now are on notice. 1059, tollway, that's not the right place. There are proper places, but don't endanger my county. Do you understand? Promise you, dude. Hey, Stephen, what was that car that they seized? A Hellcat? Isn't that what it was? Imagine.
I have charges.
You know what I mean? Really, it's not hard. If you get the itch, find another place. Not on my highways. You understand? The other thing you need to understand is that from now on, what we're doing today, you're now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Minimum 30 days. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, front and cross-examine the accusers. If you're not a citizen or a possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, that's it. We'll go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense, or guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and send it to you. Good luck to you, sir. Take care. Yes. Have you played Monopoly before?
Nothing.
You've never played Monopoly before? No. In the game of Monopoly, you get a get-out-of-jail-free card. This is it. Not going to happen again. You failed to give a sample the last time when you were supposed to. It's not going to happen again. You failed to live up to your side of the bond conditions. Your bond will be revoked. You will go into jail. That's it. Do you understand? I'm not going to play this game with you. We have expectations in this court, and you are to live up to these expectations, and when you don't, actions have consequences, and that consequence is a revocation of the bond, straight to jail. Do you understand? I'm happy that you tested negative now, but if you're called upon to test, and you fail the test, that's it. Understand? Okay. All right, counsel. Wow. That's number one. Hold on a second. We're talking 70s here. I mean, but I don't want to. I think I want to say he was the number one judge in here, and that was. Let me see. Hold on a second. Neil McKay. He was in 1973 in August was the first time he sat on the bench, and he retired in '86, in December of '86. So yeah. Yeah, never met him. All right, guys. Sure. Just press upon him. Okay. Please, feel free to go. Okay. Good morning. Pretty good. How are you? So, the last name was with a V, right? Yes. So, Ms. Missel, you're here for several reasons. It looks like he picked up two cases with us. He picked up a criminal mischief, failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice. So on that one, you're facing up to a year. On the mischief, you're facing up to 6 months. But you also, it looks like, have a fugitive case. It looks like.
Two counts of robbery.
Is that how you understand it? You're wanted out of East Baton Rouge for 2 counts of simple robberies. Are you waiving formal extradition on those 2 cases?
All I know is I was in 14.
Then you must waive. Yes. Okay. Now, has she made bond on the new cases or no?
She has not made bond on criminal mischief.
So, here's the kicker. You have not made bond on those cases. So essentially, that 14 days is tolled, meaning it's put on hold until you either take care of these cases or you make bond on those cases. Do you understand? So I guess, and are you appointed on those other 2 cases as well? So the lucky thing is that you're in this court with those two cases, so perhaps you guys, you know. But we'll get the waiver in file, so as soon as all that's taken care of, 14 days will be. All right? I'll have him explain it to you.
So, this is what I explained earlier. Two local cases are going to prevent things from being transported. So if you drive your car or you go to on, you wouldn't be able to transport it from local.
Probably maybe the PR going on these two days.
If you have all these cases, you'll still be something custody on the previous case.
Yeah.
Case as well.
Oh, it's in 14 days. 14 days is just 10 stop until you take care of the two new cases. Once you take care of those two new cases, by either two ways, you either dispose of it by pleading guilty, or you postpone those cases. If one of those two things happen, then the 14 days starts running. East Baton Rouge to come get you. He'll talk to you about that. I can't talk to you about it now, but he can talk about it.
Yes, sir. Okay? Yes, sir.
Right. So we need her please to sign.
She can't sign it here.
It's okay. All right. All right. Good luck, Ms. Dustin.
Morning, Judge.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Doing great. So you were on bond for an assault case, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. So Mr. Sims was appointed to represent you on the assault. He's now also going to represent you on the criminal mischief. I have no idea what happened, so we're going to do probable cause real quick because I want to see what happened, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
On December 12, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the property manager, stating she was working inside the leasing office when she received a call from a resident stating there was a man breaking windows inside the apartment complex. The complainant stated she left immediately and saw the defendant walk up to a unit, smash the front window with a closed fist and elbow. The complainant stated the defendant then walked into his apartment in the next door unit, and the complainant stated she recognized the defendant and has had multiple issues with him in the past. The complainant stated both the front windows of the two next door units were destroyed. Each window would cost $1,000, so a total of $2,000.
So I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You know, we gave you a PR bond. All we asked you to do was not get in trouble, and now you've got a new case.
Sir, I had an illness. I kind of had my house got broken into. I
don't want to talk about the case because we've got a bunch of DAs here, and then whatever you say they can use against you. But what we can do now is I don't know how to go forward with this. You know, all I know is that we've asked you not to pick up a new case, and you picked up a new case. And all I want, Mr. Said, is I want my county safe. That's it. And I don't know how to go forward. So perhaps we get a TRAS done to see how we go forward. In the interim, let's see what state says about, you know, your lawyer had worked out a great offer for you on the first case where it was going to be a mental health diversion program where if you get a little help, they were going to dismiss the case. I don't know how we're going to go forward now because of this new case. We need a little bit of time to figure out how we're going to go forward. So I know you want to get out, but I don't know how comfortable I feel giving you another PR bond. We gave you one, and here we are again. If I give you another one, what's going to happen? It's a rhetorical question I don't want you to answer, but that's what I'm thinking now. If I give you another PR bond, what's going to happen? What do you have here in your life that's here to help you?
My father, mother, sister.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is this, that I'd like to get in, perhaps Mr. Sims can get in touch with your family to see how best we also go forward. You know, I don't know who you're living with. I don't know whether they're able to, you know. Yeah. I still would like to reach out to your family to see how we go forward. The other thing is this, is that normally when we have cases like this, I forbid you from going back to the apartment complex.
That's I was gonna chew on Judge. I wanted to some officer. I don't know if they will still want him. I don't know if they're this one because 2 units caused damage to what the apartment that he lives in.
And right here, the tone of the entire hearing shifts. A positive cocaine test while under court supervision is a huge red flag. Judges see this not as a mistake, but as defiance. At this moment, the court isn't asking what happened anymore. It's asking, why should I trust you at all?
So I don't know how.
And I'll tell you, I don't know. No. I mean, because nothing's gonna happen right now, anyways. So I guess reach out to them, see what their feelings are on the matter. Now, we're not gonna take a long time to do this, Mr. Said, but I don't know how to go forward. Figure it out the best way for you, so that we don't want this to happen again, and we don't want something even more catastrophic to happen. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Sims to reach out to your family. We'll also see about getting you TRAS to see how we also go forward with this as well, and then with the state to see if they're still okay with the mental health PPA. Okay? So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that it's going to take a couple days to get this done. Okay?
Okay, now, I have a lot of problems. Yeah, one of them.
I'll let you talk with Mr. Sims, and he can tell you, he can tell me what and how to go forward, okay? But I don't want you to say anything now because, like I said, I don't want you to get in further trouble, okay? I wanted to bring you out to let you know the roadmap and how we're going to go forward, okay? All right. Hey, Mr. Brown? Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. You need to understand that even though they are reducing this to a first, that's still 2 DWIs now on your record. What happens on the next one? What happens? Not jail. Right. Minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you now, if an officer pulls you over, the only thing they look at is your record and how you look. You got that smell, even the funkiest smell, don't matter. You understand? So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because it's a humongous risk. Financial as well, because this is not going to be cheap for you. You're giving up the right to a trial that can compel witnesses to testify on behalf and frankly cross-examine the accuser. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. Do you understand? As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI repeat offender education program. 2 victim impact panels. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. They could say, supportive outpatient treatment. It may say intensive outpatient treatment. Whatever it is, you must fulfill those conditions as well. No breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath sample, you must do it. No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock. Any children? Okay. One of the things is 40 hours of community service. I think that probably a parenting class would be more than just minors work. You guys are okay with it?
Yes.
So is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above in this case? So, a couple things. Don't drink alcohol. If you don't have a license, don't drive. You are now on this probation, we expect you to fulfill it. If you don't, there are serious, serious consequences. One of the other things is that there is a surcharge on your license that you're going to be required to pay. $4,500 surcharge. You will get 2 years to pay it, but you have to do it. Do you understand? DWI is big business in Harris County. And, well, actually in Texas. I tell you, if it just continues, one of two things happen. You're going to be broke, or you're going to end up in prison. One button on your phone. $2, wherever you want to go. Right? You know what I mean? Hope that you get it now before it becomes too late. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement and sentence you to it. Good luck, sir.
Right.
Yeah. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to do it for a year. If you do well throughout the probation, come back and we can talk about a license. But you got to be in compliance, do well, and above all else, just don't. All right? Good luck. Good morning, Mrs. Peta. You were charged with 2 cases. The one that you're pleading on is the DWI. That case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 19 days that you've done. Understand this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. You understand? Is this 2 or 1, Josh?
What? We're thinking of DWI.
Alright, but I mean, is this...
Sure.
We can talk.
Were you on probation or parole at this time?
The only thing she scheduled for P-Rise, they offered a probation on possession.
You need to be careful, man. You know, if you get on felony probation, you have to live like you have a halo above your head. She's facing a lot of time elsewhere. You understand? This case is going to go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What you need to understand is from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Any new cases. The other thing is with your record, if you get pulled over in a car, you need to understand that it's a very good possibility they're going to harass you just because of this. Do you understand? So don't give them ammunition to mess with you. You understand? It's not hard. One button on a phone will take you anywhere you want to go. 30, 40, 50 bucks. Really. You understand? Giving up the right to a trial. Right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, escape from the country, deny naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it's going to go on your record. You can never take it off. So understand. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Understand you're facing 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine, but I'll sentence you for 30 days in jail, credit for 19. Also understand there's fees and surcharges in amount like $3,500 here. I will waive it, but if you come back on a second DWI, get ready because it's a $1,000 surcharge. All right? All right. Good luck, man. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days as well. Right. Okay. Good luck, Mr. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Gomez.
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer today?
No. No.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Trabajando para pues llevarme la licencia cada día, tengo que hacer unas copias que me haría.
La única cosa que yo quiero saber, si tú tienes un abogado, si no, ¿qué estás haciendo cerca de eso? Nada más. No quiero saber nada más.
Trabajando fui, consulté a un abogado, pero se me hace muy creo que pagarlo. Como down payment.
How many lawyers have you spoken to regarding hiring in this case?
One dos.
That's not enough. There are a bajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. 99% will put you on a payment plan where you pay as you go. You've had 2 different settings now, and you've talked to 2 lawyers, that's unacceptable. You need to talk to more. You may talk to 10, talk to 15. You need to put effort into it. For 99%, we'll put you on a payment plan, pay as you go, and you can negotiate.
Entiendo. Entiendo, pero yo tengo mi prueba, mi concierto, pero estoy pagando mis biles y el abogado me está dando pedir como $2,000 con todo esto.
You talk to lawyers only. You need to talk to more lawyers. Other lawyers are different. Not every lawyer is like that. We gave you a lawyer on the first one, and 3 months later you pick up another DWI. And you need to start talking to other lawyers. It's time. I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. If you need to talk to 10, you need to talk to 15. It's what it may take.
Sí, tengo un problema con mi dispositivo que no me permite estar muy fuera de 5 días, 6 días, 7 días. He escrito 2 trabajos ya, 2 proyectos. Porque no sabía de esto.
I'm not going to talk to you about it. This is why you need a lawyer.
Pero ir, no saber quién lo lleve, cómo manejar, o sea, mi hermano dice pagar.
I mean, you do not have a license. You are not allowed to drive. That's it. We've asked you not to consume alcohol. Stop. I'm not going to argue with you. Take a seat for me.
I'm just a trial woman before.
Right. Yeah, thank you for coming. Really, good job. Not many will, so. Senor Gomez. Sacaste tu primero y declaraste culpable en junio. Ya 4 meses tienes un segundo. Esto no es una buena cosa. Y te digo ahora, si tú estás manejando, te pongo en la cárcel tan rápido que vas a estar como así. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez? No manejes para nada. On the affidavit, there's an indication that there may be. So I want you to please relate to him and admonish him. You know, I'm not happy with him. And if he's driving now, it's really going to end up poorly. No manejes para nada. No me importa qué estás haciendo en tu vida ahora. No tomas, no usas drogas ilegal. ¿Entiendes? Si te pillan manejando, hijo de la grande. All right, those are me. Hey, look who it is. It's been so long.
It has. How are you doing? That's good. I have Mr. Kareem Desalegn.
What's the last name?
Desalegn.
Hi.
I'm not pronouncing it right.
No, you're close enough. So,
Cases the theft and the POM.
come up, Mr. Desalegn, or Desalegn.
How do you pronounce your last name? Yeah, your last
I'm not going to play this game with you. You continue to take off. The only reason we have you pick up a new case, it's the third bond that you've got. I'm not going to do this again. You pick up a third case or you violate conditions again, I'm going to go bonkers. Do you understand? Can you tell me where the theft was from, Alex, please?
Target. The alleged theft was from Target.
And we're going to Target. You're making that a condition of your bond. You not have any weapons. Giving you a lawyer is your responsibility to stay in touch. Elena, she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging. Telling you, at some point, someone is going to stop phoning the money to get you out. Do you understand? Okay, so just no going to any Target, no weapons, and that's it. Just stay in contact with you, and we're happy.
Sounds perfect.
So, all right. Come on, man.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Don't leave until you sign the bond conditions. Yeah. Yeah. So, you can file no going to Target, and then no weapons. Please. Yes, Charles. Please.
Thank you.
Okay, well. Good morning, Mr. Gafford. Sir, you charged with 2 cases. You're charged with theft. You're also charged with criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days on the theft. Credit for 8 days. It's already done. Shh. Is this how you understand it?
I understand it's time served. I'll be getting out today.
Correct.
Yes.
But you need to understand that this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail in any cases that you pick up. Do you understand? Theft also be used to enhance your punishment at some point to a felony. If you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they will hit you with a felony, and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accuser, the right to be arraigned, charge read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can report it, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it'll go on your record. You can never take it off.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you want to do.
Yes.
Plead to the offense, sir. I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 20 days in jail, give you credit for the 8 days you've done. Good luck.
Notice how the judge shuts this down fast. That's not impatience. That's procedure. Once a defendant keeps contradicting test results, anything else they say can hurt them. Silence here isn't rudeness. It's courtroom damage control.